Welcome to the Glenn Johnston Athletic Center here at Fanshawe College. It is Falcons Fest at Fanshawe College. It's going to be a fun day. Basketball, volleyball, 4 straight games. I'm Dan McCracken here with Logan Libiak. Are you ready, Logan?
It's going to be an absolutely amazing day today, Dan. We just got so much Falcons action today. The Glenn Johnston Athletic Center is going to get packed. We got giveaways, so much going on today. It's going to be an amazing time.
Free food. How can you turn that down?
It's the best way to get people around. Come on.
Tip-off underway. We got Fanshawe wearing black today. Redeemer wearing white. Falcons come in 8-3 on the season, sitting in 3rd place in the West. A bit of a different story for Redeemer, 2-9, sitting in 8th. That final kind of qualification spot for the playoffs. So they are battling with Sheridan and Niagara at the bottom of the standings there, holding on to their playoff hopes. We got side out of bounds coming up for the Falcons here. We got the usual starting lineup for the Falcons: Sydney Deliri, Myra Cicerelli, Layla McKenzie, Karen Tabrake, and Ashlyn Anderson. Shot clock running down, inside to Anderson, lays it up, and it is good. Quick start for the Falcons off that inbound play. Starting for Redeemer, Zoe DeYoung, Ava Van Houwelingen. I'm going to trip over that one a bunch today. Abigail Hoagland, Sydney Lazenby, and Talia Vroegdenhill. Shot from the corner, and it is good! A 3 right out of the gate for the Royals.
And you know, Dan, I think we're going to see a very big rebounding matchup today between Ashlyn Anderson and Vroegdenhill. I'm going to trip over that one myself. But I think that's going to be a very exciting match on the glass. 2 of the 3 best rebounders in the entire OCAA today.
Vroegdenhill, 12 rebounds a game so far this season. The one and only Ashlyn Anderson for the Falcons, coming off a season-high 17 rebounds against Conestoga on Thursday.
And she just continues to pick up as the season goes on.
Great sophomore season. First one spills in.
Falcons coming off a win against Conestoga at home earlier this week. That one's just a blowout as they were running away with it at halftime. The Condors seemed to kind of get a bit more rhythm in that second half, but still not enough. The Falcons came away with a 54-38 win, this following their loss to Humber last week away from home.
Inbound Anderson again. Little strong to break there on the rebound, puts it up. Sounds like it went off the went off a Redeemer, so Falcons are just going to keep this never-ending possession going. To break, looking for the inbound. Up top, Layla McKenzie. Off the back rim. Good box out there. Abigail Hoagland grabbing the board. Off the hands and a turnover early by the Royals. Tied at 3 a minute into the game.
We'll see it, I imagine, today. What's been kind of a storyline for the Falcons all season, that full court press defense. They are aggressive when they don't have the ball, and they are going to try to force as many turnovers as possible. See more of that today as McKenzie hits a beautiful 3.
Layla McKenzie. 6-3 Falcons. Royals bring it over half court. Van Houwelingen. Looking inside, keeps it up top. Vroegdenhill, that's one of my favorite names in the entire league.
A lot of V names on this Redeemer team.
True. Drives into the paint, puts it up, but rejected. I think that was Sydney Deliri who got a hand on it, but the Royals grab it right back. Swing it up top from 3, off the front rim. Anderson there for the board.
They already had that 1 3-point shot go earlier, trying to keep up 3-point success are the Royals.
Deliri right on cue. That one off the rim. Anderson with that long reach, can't get there. Royals looking for the fast break, but that one intercepted. Cicerelli over to McKenzie. Anderson has it at the top of the key from the wing. Cicerelli tried to get it to McKenzie. That one's stolen. Lazenby, the leading scorer for the Royals, 14 points a game. From the corner, looking for 3 again. That one no good.
They really want those long-range shots early in this one. I know it's a 3-point game, but you got to kind of work away at it slowly. You don't need to get it all back with one shot.
Let's get some high-flying offense. And again, deep ball from McKenzie.
Wow.
It is good! A couple threes for McKenzie to start the game. It's 9-3 Falcons.
Just left her wide open at the top there. She's not missing that shot with that much space. Layla McKenzie makes it count.
Hands it off. Young inside. Looking up top, stolen.
Beautiful
McKenzie
from
there.
McKenzie again.
McKenzie setting up the play. Inside to Anderson. She puts it up. Rolls off the rim.
When the Falcons and Royals clashed, it was November 29th when the two teams met. They closed out that first semester half of the season against each other. It was the Falcons. Wow, pardon me, a three.
Lazenby. We're playing modern day basketball so far today. Threes from deep. Everyone loves those cool looks. It just gets the juices flowing when you hit a deep ball.
Yeah, it's not what I expected to see out the gate.
And here we go again. McKenzie off the front of the rim.
I was saying we'd see a tough rebounding matchup and maybe expecting more into the paint, but it's just been shooting threes so far in this one.
We've seen 14 field goals so far. 9 of them have been three-point attempts.
Wow.
That doesn't happen often. I mean, if they're going in, then I guess keep shooting, but I'm sure both coaches are going to start to preach a little bit of that. Let's play smart. Let's go high percentage shots. Let's get under the basket. Make it a little easier. Edith Isame into the game now. To break, puts it up from deep.
Another!
And it is raining threes in the Falcons' nest. 12-6 for Fanshawe.
It's a fast start to this game, not giving anybody a chance to catch their breath.
I can't tell, did they move the three-point line in or did they make the basket bigger today? Hoagland thought about the three, decides to drive, kicks it out from the wing. Shot clock runs down and a good defensive possession by the Falcons. Royals a little stagnant at the beginning of that possession. Took them a while to kind of get set up and get a look they wanted, and before they knew it, the shot clock was down. To break sets up, over to Isame. Anderson. Deliri puts it up. That one off rim.
One of the few mid-ranges we've seen early in this one.
Just trying to change up the feel a bit. Lazenby. Lost it. That one's stolen away. Almariego to Deliri. Isame, she tries her hand at a three. Off the rim, Anderson there for the rebound. Inside to Isame. Off of her hands. That one will go to the Royals. And a timeout called by the Royals. 6 early turnovers for Deaver. The problem they're trying to solve this season.
This is what happens against this Fanshawe team too. That's one of their specialties, is forcing those turnovers. They're just always right there on. It doesn't matter if they're up 25 in the second half. They'll still play that full court press defense. They're waiting, trying to force any opportunity they can to take away that ball, and they've just been so successful in it all season.
Falcons will keep their foot on the gas pedal as long as they can, make life difficult on those Royals. Haven't seen Van Raalte in the game yet for Redeemer, their second leading scorer, just over 12 points a game. Not sure if they're saving her to come off the bench in this one, or maybe it's just an off day, a rest day for her. We'll see how that develops. Hill with an early 4 rebounds for the Royals, getting on that glass. But McKenzie leading the game so far, a couple three-pointers, gives her 6 points. 4:28 left in the first quarter, 12-6 Falcons lead.
Now the Royals too, Dan, they're coming into this game off of their second win of the season. They took down Sheridan on Wednesday. Last week on Wednesday. Earlier this week, pardon me again there. But
one of those days.
One of those days. Able to get that win, it was definitely huge the Redeemer Royals.
And that's big because at that bottom of that Western Conference standings, Sheridan, Redeemer, and Niagara all tied at 2 wins right now. So that's going to be, 2 of those 3 teams are going to make the playoffs, and one of them's going to go home. That one up top, shot clock down to 3. And Howling, she was trying to get the pass inside. That one goes out, and a shot clock violation. Falcons take it the other way.
The Royals, if they are able to pull this win out today, this would be their first win of the season away from home. They have both their 2 wins against Sheridan, and then the other one, I believe, came against Conestoga. Both of them took place in Ancaster, where the Royals came away with the home victory.
Home court advantage is always big. Almariego jumps on the loose ball. Nice pass inside. What a dime to Anderson. 14-6. Oh, nice pass inside and an easy layup. Ava Van Houwelingen. Ava up to 5 points.
It's good to see Janelle Almarijo back. She was out of the game I believe last 2 weeks ago with an injury. It's good to see her back in this one. Didn't see anything. She played a couple minutes and unfortunately went down. We didn't see her return in that one, but now good to see her back out there playing for the Falcons.
Absolutely. Oh, and a turnover. Oh, but stepped out of bounds. Lazenby was there with the good reach. Just didn't realize that she was right on that sideline. Looks like Cicerelli and McKenzie checking back into the game here. Up top, Bertucci. Almariego looking for Isame. That one almost stolen. And McKenzie tries it again. That one no good. Goes out of bounds. No one touched it, so Royals ball.
McKenzie especially, it seems, feeling the 3-point line is her friend today. I mean, she's already hit 2 of them. Why not keep going? We'll see what she does early in this one for the Falcons. One of their top scorers overall this season alongside Ashlyn Anderson.
McKenzie, 9 points in that game against Conestoga. Only the 2nd time all season that she was held to less than 10 points. Out to 3. Drives into the paint. Oh, and a great play. Falcons 2-on-1 the other way. And looks like they're calling a push. I think that's going to be Vreugdenhil picking it up.
After today, the Falcons, they've got a tough schedule to end off their season. They've got Lambton up next on the 30th, and then in February, St. Clair and Mohawk kick off the month. 2 huge games. Of course, Mohawk, one of the best teams in all of Canada, unless I'm mistaken, still #1 in the CCA rankings for women's basketball.
12-0 on the season. Mohawk, just a lethal offense this season.
As well, that St. Clair game going to prove to be a big one as those 2 teams, as Fanshawe and St. Clair sitting pretty even in the standings. The Falcons at 8-3, while St. Clair sits with that record of 7-4 right now.
At top 4 spot, always what everyone's fighting for. You want to get home court advantage in the first round. I mean, you want to be even higher than that. Try and secure home court advantage as long as you stay in the playoffs. And I mean, it's always fun for us too. If they play at home, that means we get to call a game.
Exactly. More time for us to get to watch these amazing teams. It'll be a good time, hopefully. As we approach the end of this season, it feels like it's just got started, and we're already talking about wrapping things up.
It's sneaking up. It always the second half of the season, this winter time, is always the jam-packed schedule. It comes down quick. I think only a month, and then we'll be into playoffs.
It sneaks up on you quick as the Falcons bring it up the court.
Inside, nice dish, and lays it in.
Talk about being sneaky. Jamie Stahlbaum just seems to shimmy her way around all the defenders there into some space for the bucket.
Royals bring it over half court. Good pressure. Drives in, double teamed and broken up, heading to the hoop.
Stahlbaum again, just making her presence felt as she comes into this one.
Bertucci puts it up. Royals grab that rebound. Good D there by Bertucci to cut off that lane. Van Dijk. Inside. Thought about it. Drives in. Gets the contact. No whistle. That one goes out of bounds and it'll go to the Falcons. Karen to break. Checking back in for the Falcons.
Looks like Bertucci subbing out on that one, I believe.
18-9 Falcons lead, just over a minute left in this first quarter. Far side. Mackenzie, she thought about it. Gives it to Deliri to break. Up top. Back to break. Deliri wide open from the corner. And that one, good. Just a step inside the three-point line. That one will be good for two.
The Falcons, one of the best scoring teams in the OCAA this season, averaging just under 70 points per game. And they've especially excelled against conference opponents. That's where their best points coming from. Whereas it's almost a 15-point differential in their average against conference opponents and non-conference opponents.
Looks like a foul there. Vroegdenhill will head to the line. Only two Royals with points so far in the game, Van Houwelingen and Lazenby. Vroegdenhill makes that three players now. She drains the first.
Vroegdenhill, 4 rebounds still in this one. Absolutely ridiculous numbers early in this game for the Royals.
20 seconds left, 3 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. That one turned over. Royals come away with it. Vroegdenhill pressured, hands it off. Lazenby, 10 seconds. Lazenby, double teamed, triple teamed for a second, gets the shot.
Wow!
Good and one. A circus shot.
Looked like one of those ones you put up just so you can say you took the shot, but absolutely amazing. I can't believe that one went in.
She was confident the whole way. She knew it was going to go in. Lazenby to make it a three-point play, and she does.
Absolutely exceptional there from Sydney Lazenby.
Shot clock coming down, and that will do it for the first quarter. 20-13 Falcons lead. Anderson leading the way with 7, and Mackenzie a couple threes early. She's got 6. End of the first quarter. Feels a little bit of a similar start to what they had against Conestoga the other day. Low scoring, defensive type of I mean, we were just non-stop threes for the first few minutes there, but that seemed to kind of cool down as we expected.
Yeah, we've seen some more of those, as you said, there's the smarter basketball shots, the more high percentage looks later in this first quarter, especially Ashlyn Anderson working the inside as she always does, just absolutely locking down the paint, making it hers on both sides of the floor.
second quarter here at the Falcons nest. Fanshawe with a strong start to the game, looking to make it 2 wins in a row. 9-3 on the season. Royals with first possession. Noble. Back to Noble. Smothered. Nowhere to go with it. Puts it up from deep. Off the rim, a battle for the ball.
And, you know, I know we're still early in this game, Dan, but Redeemer just 2 points in the paint. They've taken 1 bucket inside the paint, and it's 20-13 at this point. They have been trying, it seems, a lot of these shots from the mid-range, outside. They're really loving those outside looks. Well, we'll see if they can try to get more paint dominance in this second quarter. Whereas it's just been Ashlyn Anderson locking things down in there on both the offensive and defensive side for the Falcons.
I mean, when you got the monster in the paint of Ashlyn Anderson, it gets a little intimidating. It kind of gets in your head a little bit once she kind of gets up in your face a couple times. Whether she actually gets a block or not, you just get in there and you look up and you're like, I can't even see the basket.
And, you know, we've seen it especially with some other teams, like she just towering over them. I think it was 2 games ago. I can't recall the team, but there wasn't a player, I believe, over 6 foot, and she's 6'3". What do you do in the paint against that?
All about ball movement at that point. People cutting into the lanes, good team passing, people not getting selfish. But I mean, that's easier said than done. Baseline inbound play here for the Falcons into the paint. Deliri tried to get it out, kept in bounds.
Oh, through the legs.
From way downtown. That one a little off.
There's another interesting thing in this game early, Dan. Not a single fast break point from either team. As much as I'd say we've seen a bit of a faster game than we're used to today, still it's just been a lot of slowed down movement when they get into the paint.
A Euro step.
That one beautifully laid in.
What a move.
It seems both teams just taking their time once they move down the court to kind of draw up plays. Anderson just easily puts that mid-range in.
Perfect dish from Deliri to find Anderson open there. But yeah, I mean, especially in, college basketball, you tend to see a bit of that, lots of turnovers that lead to on-man rushes and gets out of hand quickly, but both teams trying to be a little more composed and responsible in this one. Kenzie with the good hands to poke that one out of bounds. Lazenby. Wait, looks like we got a few subs coming in for Redeemer. Van Houwelingen. She'll take the ball to inbound it. Noble. Had it poked away by Deliri. Great hands and right on cue. Maybe a chance for a fast break there. But Cicerelli slows it down. Deliri put it up. That one too strong. Anderson all over, comes away with it. The good heads-up play by Ava Froze to try and reach for it and throw it off of Anderson. Just couldn't get it off in time.
You just see the hustle from Ashlyn Anderson every time she's under the basket. Just making that space hers, telling you, get out.
Anderson leading the league in blocks, and not only is she a blocking machine, she's a steals machine. May put that one up.
What
Anderson
an
with
effort.
That reach again, right into the paint, puts it up, looking for the foul, and she gets it. Myra Cicerelli will head to the line.
Just, again, she utilizes every part of her game. The reach to keep that ball in, it was absolutely ridiculous there. Just over like 3 players.
Anderson, the reigning rookie of the year from last year. She's averaging 3 blocks a game, which is by far the best in the league, and she's also averaging 2.5 steals a game, so I think she's well on her way to maybe locking down her first Defensive Player of the Year award, but
just a Swiss Army knife on that floor. She can do whatever you need, whenever you need. Just absolutely amazing to watch her play basketball.
She's got competition with, I think it's Sarah Baptiste on Humber, who, I think she's averaging just shy of like 5 steals a game, but the thing that separates her from Anderson is she doesn't get blocks. So to have the combination of both those weapons, Anderson jumped in for the steal there, missed that one. It looks like Ava Froze heading to the line after that foul.
Now, when I talked earlier already about Redeemer looking for their first road win of the season. The Falcons at home, just one loss, which came against Humber, of course, who are 9-2, one of the best teams in the conference, as they sit just under undefeated Mohawk. So the Falcons are going to look to keep up that home dominance with a win today. Of course, that win against Conestoga earlier this week at home was huge. And then the last time they were here, it was an 89-32 victory over Sheridan.
Yeah, that one got out of hand quick. I remember that game very well. Like it was fun, but it's just a little wacky at the same time.
Just dominant when they're playing here at the Glenn Johnson Athletic Center. They look to keep it up.
To break, looking for Isame. From the corner. That one is good. It's been a while since we saw a three, but that one is good.
Just amazing ball movement by the Falcons there.
And now Royals looking for a response. That one off the rim and out. 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. Falcons with a 10-point lead.
Fanshawe, of course, as I said, coming off that win against Conestoga earlier this week, they just got one loss so far in 2026 when they were away against Humber, who also beat them last year when they were at home. That's their Falcons' only home loss of the season. And then, of course, on top of that, they did fall to undefeated Mohawk away from home, who will be back here in just a couple weeks for a rematch.
Oh, Anderson with the nice pass inside to Deliri. Can't get that one to fall. Off the fingertips, a turnover by the Royals. Oh, but it bounces right into the hands of DeYoung. She is smothered along the baseline, and Deliri rips it away. Almariego. Over to Deliri, looking for Anderson. Nice pass out to break, puts it up, and it is good! Back-to-back threes for the Falcons.
Shooting 38% from deep so far on 13 attempts in this one. Exceptional shooting from beyond the arc by the Falcons.
In the paint, Deliri stood strong. She gets the board, gives it to Almariego. Isame, she is wide open. She puts it up. Battle for the loose ball. To break, almost there. Royals come away with it. No, Isame gets called for the foul as she slides across the floor.
Isame has been a great presence off the bench for the Falcons in these past couple games where she hasn't been starting. She's still averaging almost 20 minutes a game, though. Isame playing a lot of minutes on the floor, averaging just under 7 points. She's been just a person you'll see all over the court when she's on it.
Anderson almost came away with the steal there. Froze. Over to DeYoung. Finds Lazenby. Nice drive into the paint. Puts it up. That one off the glass. No good. Deliri has it. Over to Isame. Back to Deliri. They swing it around. Oh, and a great defensive play there by DeYoung to get the jump ball.
Just saw it coming right at her and just grabbed a hold. Great play there to force it.
Like the arrow was pointing in favor of the Falcons as they keep the ball. Shot clock down to 8. Now Mariego. Far side to Isame. She tries again. Anderson fighting for it. Throws, but Anderson picks her pocket. Ooh. Into the paint. Good contact drawn there by Cicerelli. Cicerelli will head to the line. Free throws 5 and 6 coming up for the Falcons. Oh no, looks like they're calling it on the floor. I thought for sure that was in the shooting motion. Baseline out of bounds. Up top, Almariego. Puts it up. Almost. Isame, good pass, finds the open and gets the shot.
Those will be Isame's first points of this one.
Lazenby. Over by Cicerelli. Gets it up to DeYoung, puts it up. That one too long.
What an effort from Ava Frost to keep that play alive.
Oh, and Talia Vrugdenhill has it go through her hands. Looked like she kind of was anticipating the play she was going to make before she even caught the ball. 31-16 Falcons, 4:15 left in this first half.
Just a big point for Fanshawe, not really centering in on any one scoring option in this one. Every single Falcon that's been on the floor has taken a shot in this game. It's Isame, I believe, now going to head to the line after a foul there.
But that is the team, recipe that Coach Carrier is always looking for. We always end up with at least, 8, 9, 10 players with a bucket. Everyone gets looks, not much selfish play. As much as, you do look at Anderson and McKenzie being the leading scorers. They'll spread the wealth when they need to.
You never know when one of those bench players or another member of that starting five is going to come out and drop almost a 20-point game. That Sheridan game we were on, Dan, we saw Edith Isame going crazy in that one off the bench. It's just, when whoever's having the hot hand that day, why not give it to him?
Even like Jamie Stahlbaum in the last game against Conestoga, I think it was the end of the first quarter, she had like a 6-point run in a span of like 30 seconds to just kind of swing that first quarter open and allow the Falcons to kind of run away with it. Up top, Lazenby. It's good! Good stroke there by Lazenby.
Nothing but net on that one.
Lazenby with a game-high 10 already. Good defensive stand there by the Royals. Fast break. Tried to get it to Lazenby, just couldn't keep it in bounds.
Interesting little touch from Van Houglen on the pass there, but just unfortunately travels out of bounds and the Falcons take over possession.
Nobody in foul trouble yet for either team. Bertucci. Stahlbaum. McKenzie tries again. A little bit of a heat check there to see if she was still feeling it. That one no good. Noble gets stood up. McKenzie thought she had good position, but they do call a blocking foul on that play. McKenzie with her second foul.
Speaking of blocking in this game, Dan, the Falcons, we've seen 3 blocks, 2 of which from Sydney Deliri in this game. She's been amazing. And then the Royals yet to record one so far in the first half.
Up top. From the wing. Drives into the paint, kicks it out, puts it up from just inside 3. That one will be good for 2. Faith Noble. Quickly the other way for the Falcons. McKenzie gives to Bertucci. Uses the Stahlbaum screen. Back to McKenzie. So Break puts it up. A battle for the loose ball. That one looks like the Royals were going for the rebound there. They touched it while they were out of bounds, so the Falcons will keep possession. Shot clock goes to 14. Puts it up, and it is good. Layla McKenzie.
This really is an unprecedented approach we've seen from Fanshawe this season in terms of shooting the 3-ball. Typically, this team's averaging 19 3-point attempts per game. They have 18 in the first half.
I think they're going to blow by that season average in this one.
But I mean, they're shooting beautifully. We're seeing it, spread out between who's hitting them. Why not?
I think I looked up before their season average. I think they're at like 20% from 3 on the season, which is not ideal. Like that puts them like bottom 3 or 4 in the league. So Coach Carrier knows that. High percentage shots, drive to the lane, but you have a day when if it's going in, then why not keep shooting? Redeemer already at 15 turnovers in this one. I mean, the big recipe for success in basketball, if you take more shots than the other team, you're probably going to win. Falcons at 34 field goal attempts, Redeemer at 20.
The Falcons have been able to hold the Royals to single-digit points here in this second quarter with just 8.
A foul called there, battling for the rebound. See who that's on. I can't tell.
Either way, it looks like Redeemer going to get a chance here to break out of the single digits here in the second quarter.
Looks like Redeemer into the bonus, so it's going to be free throws for the last 90 seconds on every foul. Lazenby gets the first. Drains them both. Up to 12 points in the first half.
36-23 Falcons lead. And what might be a bit tighter of a game than we were expecting based off of the earlier meeting between the two teams this season.
Stall bomb over to McKenzie. Can she make it 4? Not this time.
This one looked almost perfect. It's a bit of an unlucky bounce at the rim, it looked like.
Noble. Over to DeYoung. Rugdenhill gives it back to Noble. Looked like she took an extra step there. Got away with it. Lazenby. Strong drive. She was looking for the foul, but she doesn't get one.
What a defensive effort from the Falcons there to make that stand. 45 seconds now to go here.
Bertucci. McKenzie. I think she's just going to live outside that three-point line. Puts it up. That one too strong.
That's three-pointer number 21. That's in this half from the Falcons.
DeYoung. Hands it off. Lazenby. Looks like they clear out that side, give her some space, but she hands it off. Noble. She puts it up. And
wow.
That one is good. A two-pointer just inside the line. 5 seconds left in the half. Give it up. McKenzie, she'll try again from way downtown. That one no good. 36-25. Falcons lead at halftime. A good start. Back-to-back games. The defense showing up for the Falcons. I mean, not as good as Conestoga holding them to 9 points in that previous game, but 25, I mean, that's still an accomplishment.
Still a great defensive effort as a whole in that first half from the Fanshawe team in terms of steals and blocking, just all over the place.
Let's look at some of those plays in the first half. Anderson, nice pass out there. And again, just lots of open looks from three. We had, what, 9 of the first 14 shots in the game in total were three-point attempts.
Especially Layla McKenzie shooting that three-point ball, 3 for 9 from deep in the game. Looked early like they were just going to keep letting her shoot from deep. But a bit more towards the end of this first half, it looked like McKenzie, a bit more of a heat check, as you said.
I mean, she's taken 10 shots. 9 of them have been three-point attempts. So we could see it in the last few minutes there. She's like, I'm not even going to step inside the three-point. I'm just going to stay out here, and maybe I'll end up open, and I'll just huck it and chuck it. Anderson, 9 points, 4 rebounds. We got halftime here. We will be back in, I think it's normally 10 or 15 minutes, but they have 8 on the board right now. So we'll wait and see when we'll be back. Stay tuned.
ting, 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 ting. Every ting, 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 ting. Every ting, 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 ting. Go fast on everything. Every ting, 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 ting. Every ting, 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 ting. Every ting, 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 ting. I drip my dip on everything. Here's a tongue twister, all your tricks wanna try. If you say it twice, get a twitch in the eye. Here's a tongue twister, all your tricks wanna try. If you say it twice, get a twitch. Put your chip in the dip, make a chick lick it up. Put your chip in the
a splash. They had enough, but I'm still carrying a flag. We don't play around, don't you judge us on the past. Yeah, we better now than ever, you should save the best for last. Okay, we here to stay, me and the squad all day. They here to stay, and we don't never go away. We here to stay, I got them saying okay. They here to stay. Oh man, I done it. If the beat stop running, I'ma still go 100. I'm the one y'all wanted, can't get rid of me, baby. I'm not Doug, baby, I'm a G, baby. They be looking at me like he crazy, and I know that's just how I go. That's what happens when you stay, they want you to go. And when you try to plant a seed, they won't let it grow. But you still gotta rain on them and put some game on them, yeah, you know. Rain dance, I'ma make it splash. They had enough, but I'm still carrying a flag. We don't play around, don't you judge us on the past. Yeah, we better now than ever, you should say the best for last. Okay, we here to stay, me and the squad all day. They here to stay, and we don't never go away. We here to stay, I got them saying okay. They here to stay.
I'ma stay right where I'm at. Tell me what's better than that. What's better than that? I'ma stay right where I'm at. Tell me what's better than that.
Yo, I've been on fire like 100 in the valley, boy. Pull up if you feeling froggy, I give out the addy.
about ready for the start of the second half here at the Falcons Nest in Fanshawe College. Game 1 of Falcons Fest going on. We got the men's basketball game after this, and then we still have 2 volleyball games coming up later today. If you got nothing to do, if you're bored of sitting inside because it's minus 30 degrees outside, what better way than come down to the gym here, win some prizes, have some free food, get loud.
And me and free food.
I'm sold, that's all I need. We're still celebrating today. Coach Bill Carrier celebrating 200 OCAA regular season wins. I think he's like 285 in his career in the regular season. A historic run. I mean, you throw in 40 playoff wins on top of that. What a career. He's looking for 201 today, though. Falcons with an 11-point lead. They get first possession here as we're underway.
Coach Carrier, just a Falcons legend for what he has done with this women's basketball program.
Into Anderson. Mackenzie, she tries to stay hot, and she does! Money in the bank!
What a way to open the second half for the Falcons. Layla McKenzie, that's her 4th 3 of the day.
Lazenby. Smothered by Deliri, hounded. Deliri gets her hand on the ball. Do they call the foul? Oh my goodness, they do.
Looks like, and Redeemer gonna take the inbound here. That's number 15, Sydney Lazenby.
Lazenby with the inbound. Smothered by McKenzie, and she forces her to step out of bounds. Sorry, that was to break. Great play there by to break. Falcons get it over half court. Kick it over to break. Down low to Anderson. Deliri cut it into the paint. She puts it up. That one looked like it was going in. Anderson all over the glass, and she gets it to fall.
Beautiful second chance bucket from Ashlyn Anderson there. That's been a place where the Falcons have dominated all day. 10 now second chance points in this one.
And Deliri all over.
Just coming out aggressive in this second half. Don't want to give the Royals even an inch to try and move that ball. And this is the Falcons defense we've been used to seeing all season, Dan.
I think that's the 8-second violation there. Can't get it over half court in time because Deliri was just smothering her. Falcons take it right back. Deliri is just that perfect Swiss Army knife kind of player that every basketball team wants. Anderson was trying to find her. That one goes off the hands. 7 on the shot clock. Deliri's never gonna, have any of those huge standout stat nights, but she's always gonna do a little bit of everything. McKenzie wide open again, and it's good! Layla McKenzie on fire!
Making the Royals regret giving her the space as she just keeps nailing them from downtown. What a performance in this one from Layla McKenzie.
44-25. Puts it up. Royals looking for a response. That one no good. Anderson hunting down the rebound. Good box out there. Quickly the other way. To break has it. Driving into the paint. Kicks it out. Tries her hand at 3, and that one off the front of the rim.
Looked good coming out her hands, but just to bounce a little early there.
Lazenby. Deliri stumbles. Lazenby pulls up. She tries a 3. Just barely keeps her feet in bound there. Deliri tried the crossover. McKenzie has her hand up there, but they go up top to break. Oh, good. McKenzie's gonna have that greedy, just give me the ball. I'm always open, even if there's someone close, just give me the ball.
She's got 15 points in this one.
Lazenby went from downtown. That one goes out of bounds.
Feel like now is the time to bring it up. Ashlyn Anderson approaching what seems to be the usual for her at this point, a double-double. She's got 11 points in this one, 7 boards. She sits just 3 away from that milestone again in this game. Feel like I have to say that every time I'm watching them.
Deliri, Isame into the game now. Inside to Anderson, and a great move in the post.
Just finds the open space and gets right to the bucket. Zero hesitation. She's just moving so quick in the paint.
Far side. Hands it off, froze. Smothered by Anderson, gets it to Lazenby. Looks like they got the foul called there. Cicerelli picking up one. Now Mackenzie coming into today. I mean, I remember last year she had a lot of big games, but on the season, her best was 2 3-pointers in a game coming into today. She's already up to 5. So I think she's going to have a season high all around today.
Reached 3 in the first half and coming out, she came out just shooting here in the second half. We'll see if they continue to ride the hot hand. I believe checked out of the game at the moment. But we know whenever Layla McKenzie is on the floor, they love to give her the ball.
McKenzie and Deliri both with 2 fouls now in the game. That's the closest that either team has to anyone in foul trouble. 46-25 Falcons. Woodland. Another foul called there on Deliri, it looks like. Well, that'll be 3 for her. Might see her, yeah, looks like she's gonna come out to break there.
Here's the input. No.
Maybe, Hezzy.
Wanted to take her time.
Noble, covered by Isame. Inside, Anderson with the rejection, not in my house. First block of the game.
Yeah, it seems crazy that it's just coming at this point from the best blocker in the entire OCAA, Ashlyn Anderson.
I mean, almost half of Redeemer's shots have been 3-pointers, so she's not going to be out there guarding the perimeter.
That'll put her now 34 blocks in total on the season. The next closest is actually one of Redeemer's own in that category.
And Isame with a rejection of her own. Lazenby thought she had the open look. That one from 3, no good. Amariego there on the board.
As I was saying there, though, Dan, Sophia Van Raalte, second in the OCAA in terms of blocks. She's over 10 behind Ashlyn Anderson.
It's raining threes in the Falcons' nest. 9 threes in the game for the Falcons.
Redeemer just have no answer for it on either end.
And Lazenby going strong to the hoop. Gets Anderson to reach in. She'll head to the free throw line. I think we've seen the past couple years in the NBA, the Boston Celtics, they have that mentality where they want to reach a number. We want to take at least whatever it is, 43-point attempts, and that, whatever, all the math nerds in the back are if we take that amount of threes, we have a good chance of winning. It seems like the Falcons might be bringing that into the game today. Falcons have taken 47 shots, 28 of them have been 3-point attempts.
Including one of them, we actually just saw Ella Zachary hit the last one. That's just her second 3-pointer on the whole season.
She's I want to join the party.
I'll say it, though. She hasn't missed one either. She's taken 2 attempts.
That's a good percentage. Wales grab it. They head the other way quickly. Lazenby goes strong, and a great defensive play by Almariego. She draws the foul. Lazenby grabs her first. 49-27, 13-2 run in the third quarter for the Falcons.
We're seeing, and now I believe in this second half, a lot more of those fouls. It was a very clean first half from both teams. Beautifully laid in there.
Falcons already up to 4 fouls in the quarter, so foul trouble coming up there. Royals quickly the other way. They're going hard into the paint again, but kick it out. Lazenby swings it over. Brugdenhill tries. No good. A battle under the basket. Second and third chance opportunities. And that looks like it will be the 5th foul on the Falcons.
Starting to run away with this one with just over 4.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. 24-point lead. So we're just getting to see the home domination that we've gotten accustomed to when it comes to this Falcons team all season.
I'm imagining it probably was a halftime conversation from Redeemer head coach Jesse Van Houwelingen. We need to stop shooting so many threes, get into the paint, get them into foul trouble. It's easier to shoot from the free throw line than it is to drain three-pointers all day long. Battle inside.
What a
Kicks it
dish.
out. From the corner, Almariego. That one no good. Oakland kicks it up to Lazenby. One-on-one. She makes a move and smothered and rejected by Tabrake. Inside. Stumbles. Close to a travel. Lazenby with the pump fake. And that one, a travel or a push off there? I can't tell.
That press defense is just so beautiful to watch, forcing your opponents to make passes they don't want to make and causing situations just like that to force the turnover is what the Falcons have excelled at all season long.
19 turnovers in the game for Redeemer, only 7 for the Falcons.
I believe Chloe Meldrum now set to come in for her first minutes of this game. I say it every time, one of the most impactful players on that Fanshawe bench. Just saw her getting ready to check in, I believe, to this one.
7 in for the Falcons.
Chloe.
She'll take over Edith Isame.
And it looked like Jamie Stahlbaum picked up a foul there. So again, Redeemer in the bonus. Free throws the rest of the way in the third quarter.
We've got about 4 minutes to go.
Oakland drains the first. Just the third point of the quarter for the Royals. Drains them both. Tabrake setting up for Almariego. In the corner. Inside. Meldrum. Nice kick out to Senton. In the corner. Tabrake. That one too long. Stahlbaum was there, but just had it go off her hands. Out of bounds. Royals ball.
7 in for the Falcons. Number 8, Clarence Cicero.
Kelly checking into this one for the Falcons.
Lazenby hands it off. Noble up top. Inside. Backs her down. Good defense there by Meldrum, but still gets roped into the foul. More free throws coming for the Royals.
Stahlbaum looked like trying to come in there and lend a hand, but just a second too late as the whistle sends the Royals back to the line.
Brugdenhill gets the first. Trying to go 2 for 2. That one gets the favorable bounce. 51-32 Falcons lead. Break. Senton. She hesitated. Meldrum. And
Wow.
it's good. Chloe Meldrum.
Beautiful soft touch from the mid-range from Meldrum. You know, we're used to seeing her as more of a presence on the defensive side of the ball, but she can score too. And there it is, a great job to force that one out. Looked like almost out of bounds, but beautifully kept in there.
Oakland puts it up, and that one, nice bank off the glass. Falcons get it over half court, over to Senton. Tried to get her around to Meldrum. Ends up to break. Pump fake. Steps back, puts it up. That one long. Right into the hands, puts it up. That one no good, but draws the foul as she heads to the line. The 7th and 8th free throws of the day for the Falcons coming up here. Redeemer already at 17 free throw attempts. It's the first.
Sydney Lazenby alone in this game, 7 free throw attempts for Redeemer.
Making a living this season off of getting to the line. I mean, I think she trades some of those for a couple more wins, but take what you can get. Nice cross-court pass to Lazenby. That one a little off. Crashing in there. That one goes out. Falcons will get ready for the inbound, up by 20, 2:07 left in the third quarter. Falcons giving a good run for some of their bench players here. Sent in wide open off the front of the rim. Froze grabs the board. Rooped and Hill over to Lazenby. Double teamed, tried to escape. Hill. Froze. Lazenby, good drive off the glass and a nice finger roll.
16 now in the game for Sydney Lazenby, trying to do everything she can to will her team back into a late comeback.
Sent into Meldrum. Into the corner, puts it up for 3, and it is good! 10 three-pointers on the day for the Falcons. Drives in onto break. Lazenby grabs the rebound. Brugdenhill puts up a wild shot. Hoagland grabs the board. She throws it up, and another foul on the Falcons. More free throws for the Royals. 55 seconds left in the third quarter.
And as we're in this final minute of the third, Dan, there has still not been a single fast break point from either side. It's been a very calculated game on the offensive side, no matter what. Both teams, as I said earlier, it's really taking their time with the ball in possession in their own team, in the other team's half, pardon me. It's just been both teams trying to make smart looks, great ball movement, I think, from both sides. So just a surprising stat to see at this point in the game.
I'll live with all the three-pointers over those fast break points. Falcons up by 20. 57-37. Anderson back in the game. And one goes out, it will be Redeemer ball. Loose ball, battle for it. Meldrum got her hands on it. That one will stay with the Royals. Anderson still sitting at 13 points, 8 boards. Inching closer to another double-double.
Falcons, though, in this game are being out-rebounded by the Royals, surprisingly.
That doesn't happen often for the Falcons. Puts it up from deep. That one too strong.
You know, as you said, doesn't happen often, but not too surprised to see it when, as I said at the start of this game, two of the 3 best rebounders in the entire OCAA in this matchup. Ashlyn Anderson, of course, for the Falcons, and then it was, pardon me, it was Brugdenhill for the Royals, both of which averaging over 12 rebounds a game.
16 seconds left, shot clock turned off. Hands it off. Hoagland drives in, smothered, and she get the travel. Turnover with just 6 seconds left. Falcons will have to go the length of the court here to get a shot off.
6 seconds now.
Gets it over half court. Will she keep it? She does from way downtown. That one comes up short, but the Falcons will still hold on to a 20-point lead going into the final 10 minutes of the game. What a performance so far.
Great third quarter from the Falcons, 21-12 outscoring the Royals in that frame. So that's their second 20-point frame of the day. Of course, a very tight second quarter between these two teams, surprisingly, after what seemed like Fanshawe kind of running away with it.
And Layla McKenzie came out firing at the start of that third quarter. 2 or 3 threes in the first couple minutes. She's leading the Falcons with 15. Lazenby, though, game high 16. Again, just depth scoring all around for the Falcons. 10 different players with at least a point in this game.
Surprisingly, at least to me, Dan, is the points in the paint for the Falcons. It's a spot they've really dominated, but as we've seen all those three-pointers today, it's left just 14 points in the paint.
I bet you Ashlyn Anderson has most of those. That's been one of the impressive things for Anderson. She's just got that high basketball IQ. She came into the day third in the league, shooting 53% from the field. I mean, you normally see that from some of the center, power forward, kind of the big players in the league. They're down low, they're in around the hoop, they're taking high percentage shots, but still impressive.
I mean, she's got 13 points in this game and is one of 3 Falcons players that hasn't attempted a three-pointer.
I mean, has she attempted one all season? I think we got to look that up. I'd be surprised.
It's been her, Chloe Meldrum, and then Selena Shattuck also not shooting a three-pointer, but she only has played 1 minute in this game. Can't really expect her. If the ball's not in your hand for that 1 minute, what are you going to do?
Yeah, Anderson is 0 for 0 from 3. Wow. If there was ever a day for her to throw one up, I think it has to be today.
I think
just for fun.
Why not? I mean, you got the 20-point lead. I want to see it, man. I'm going to be waiting to see this.
Ready for the start of the fourth quarter here at the Falcons Nest. We'll keep mentioning it. It's Falcons Fest here at Fanshawe College. Free food, free prizes, a men's basketball game coming up, and then still 2 volleyball games after that. I mean, I think I can see in the far corner there, they're giving out the free pizza already. It has begun.
That's going to have me a little distracted for this game, Dan. That pizza.
I heard something about popcorn. I don't know if there's any popcorn, but
maybe we're just hungry. I know I am.
Looks like we had a Redeemer player stumble there early, being helped off by a teammate. We gotta get the injured player off of the screen.
We just got a little break here as they deal with that.
It's always interesting in games like this. You wonder how long will the Falcons, I mean, as long as they can keep the gap, how long do they keep some of their starters in the game, or do they give a run for some of the bench players, get some of those, rookie sophomores some more experience?
And we really saw it, of course, there to close out that third frame. The Falcons really putting in a lot of players we hadn't seen very many, if any, minutes at all in this game, such as, Selena Shattuck. I haven't seen too much of it all this season, as well as Ella Zachary, and then, of course, Chloe Meldrum in the third quarter coming in. That's usually, though, about the time I'd say we see her when the Falcons trying to put their finishing touches on the win and just kind of lock it down from the defensive side of the ball.
Looks like we're just about ready. Falcons get it over half court. Bertucci puts it up. That one no good. Anderson, I think the ball is a magnet just coming right to her. Looks like a foul being called on Van Dyke there. Anderson heading to the line. That's the first. 14 points on the day for Anderson. Almost got the favorable bounce. That one spills out. Froze. Hands it off. Van Dyke. Looking inside. Nice move in the paint. That one, no good. Good team box out by the Falcons underneath. Into the corner, Mackenzie.
Ooh, a beautiful touch on that one. Looked like it was going right in. Just that unfortunate in and out bounce.
Driving into the paint. Nice move there. Lauren Van Dyke lays it in. That was only the second Layla McKenzie shot in the game. That wasn't a three-point attempt.
That's just ridiculous. Not at all what we're used to seeing out of Mackenzie. I mean, the three-pointer's been there for her all day.
Mackenzie was looking inside for Anderson. That one turned over. Quickly the other way. Hoagland. That one too long. Board there. Mackenzie tries it again. It had the line just a little too strong. 58-39 Falcons lead. A minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Hill looking inside to Froze, smothered. Good hands there. Lazenby drives in. Anderson, that long reach. It's like that, what is it, the Incredibles Elastigirl, the arm that just seems to stretch forever. Hot about using the Anderson screen. Mackenzie wide open. He takes the two. 17 on the day for Mackenzie.
Looks like she's finally starting to kind of feel the mid-range shot a bit more.
Just kind of throw him off a little bit.
Don't want him to know what's coming next.
Strong move into the paint by Vrugdenhill. Like a bowl in a china shop there.
Now, it's been a storyline you've been touching on all day, Dan. Always is for the Falcons, the turnover battle. Fanshawe, 10 turnovers, not too bad at all, compared to Redeemer's 21. And as well, the Falcons have taken so many of their points off of turnovers, 22, as opposed to the 4 from Redeemer off of 10 turnovers.
That's always the big thing in basketball. If they give you free chances to get points, you got to capitalize on that.
Falcons always making the best use they can of those turnovers.
Mackenzie lost the handle for a second there. Gets it over to Bertucci. Oh, they called it double dribble. Don't see that often. Falcons still holding on to a 19-point lead. It's like we got a timeout called by Redeemer on the court. Anderson reaching that double-double, 14 and 10 on the day.
Wondered when they took her out in the third if maybe she wouldn't hit it, but I mean, what else is new? Another double-double on the season from Ashlyn Anderson. She's been averaging one all year long with those 12 rebounds, of course, and then one of the Falcons' leading scorers in the points department. Can never forget about that. 15.1 points per game.
And again, I mentioned it earlier, don't overlook the presence of Sydney Deliri. She's always kind of their defensive anchor, guard and one of the main ball handlers for whoever they're playing. A little bit of everything. 2 points today. I mean, no one gets too excited about that. But then you grab 2 boards, you put up 4 assists, 2 blocks, 3 steals. Just that perfect, well-rounded player every coach wants on their team. Aaron Tabreg leading the way, the main playmaker on the day for the Falcons, 5 assists. Anderson and Mackenzie still in the game for the Falcons. They just want to make sure that they can lock down their 9th win of the season.
Their second win in just what, about 4 days? They were here on Thursday against Conestoga when they
48 hours pretty much.
Yeah.
Less than that. I mean, it was a night game. Today's an afternoon game. I'm not doing the math. I'm not going there.
That's not our job. But still, just a great job to stay fresh. They haven't looked fatigued at all, despite that game against Conestoga.
Vrugdenhill. That one spills around the rim. Deliri came away with the board there. Deliri hands it off. Bertucci back to Deliri. McKenzie with her hand up at the top. She wants it. Anderson inside. A double team there. And it looks like a foul called on the play. Rubin and Hill getting called for the foul there. That will be her second. Anderson 2 for 4 from the line so far today. He gains her third. Back to 20-point lead for the Falcons.
Anderson up to 15 now on the day.
Goes 2 for 2.
Correct me there, 16 now.
Rubin Hill back to Froze. They play pitch and catch as they get over half court. Lazenby. McKenzie covered well. Froze covered by Anderson, tried to throw it up over her, but Froze gets her own rebound. And Dyke. And
Wow.
Anderson with the rejection. Looked like she barely even left her feet on that one.
Just put two hands up and let the ball come down. An absolutely beautiful block from Anderson makes it look almost effortless.
McKenzie tried another three. That one no good.
Subbing in for the Falcons, number 13,
Ella Zachary checking back into the game.
I think this is the most minutes I've seen Zachary play all season. She's just one of those players you don't see nearly as often coming off the bench. But in a situation like this, I mean, why not? Give out some minutes to the players that you're not seeing out there as much.
I think this is only your second game.
Yeah. Well, there we go. That'll answer my question.
Froze again. Anderson standing strong. Hazenby got the rebound and lays in the second chance points.
You know, it's been a great day for the Falcons, but also just an amazing performance from Sydney Lazenby today. She's been very efficient for Redeemer, been their go-to scoring option in almost every situation, and she's made sure that she's capitalizing on those opportunities.
Anderson with the nice dish to Isame, who drove to the hoop and draw the foul.
Just over 5 minutes to go now here in the final quarter of play. I think at this point, maybe a little early, but looking towards the next games, the Falcons head to Lambton next Friday, where they'll take on the Lions. That one should be a good matchup. The Falcons hosted them already this season back in November. That was a big win, 79-56. And then the two tough games before the closer of the regular season against St. Clair and the #1 undefeated Mohawk back at home here Wednesday, February 11th.
Mark that on your calendar. That's going to be a must-watch game, Fanshawe and Mohawk going head-to-head.
I know I am looking forward to that day. I'm sure we'll see a packed Glenn Johnston Athletic Center for that matchup. Especially if the Falcons can keep rolling here towards the end of the season. Obviously, you want to stay hot entering the playoffs. That game going to be huge for both these programs.
Oh, a nice shot there. 66-43 for the Falcons. Edith Esme with that last jump shot there. Move inside. Anderson chases it down. Give her another board. Isame thought about it. Drives into the paint looking for Anderson, but draws the foul. Frugden Hill picking up another one there. Isame up to 10 points on the day. Oh, and that one just a little too high and wide. Off the hands, out of bounds. 4:19 left here in the fourth quarter. Looks like we got a timeout called on the court.
And of course, don't forget, right after this game, we'll have another matchup here at Falcons Fest as the men's teams take the court between Fanshawe and Redeemer to close out our basketball action for the day. But then we've got two amazing volleyball matchups between the Falcons and the Sheridan Bruins to finish off the night for us here. We'll have our fellow commentators Evan Fredrickson and Noah Parody on the call for that one. Should be a great time. For the last 4 minutes and 19 seconds of this one. Falcons up by 23.
Royals with the ball. Hazenby. Double teamed. Gets rid of it. Rubenhill looking inside. That one too high. Trying to connect with Hoagland as it goes out of bounds. To break, leads the charge. Deliri. Inside Anderson. Back to break. Deliri. Anderson, who wants it? Isame, what a passing play. Just can't get it to fall. That team ball movement. The Bill Carrier staple. Lazenby brings it the other way.
Just giving everyone their chance to shine on the court.
Nice finish there by Hoagland.
You know, it's what we've seen all day. It's, you know, as many points as Mackenzie and Anderson have, it's everyone getting equal opportunity. And that's what makes this Fanshawe team, I think, so successful, is they're not afraid to put the ball in anyone's hands and tell them, hey, get to the rack.
Almost stolen away by the Falcons there. Puts it up. That one high off the backboard. Anderson and Eastman looked like they were fighting for that rebound. Deliri. A break. Zachary back to Deliri. Eastman looking for Anderson, and she draws the foul. Calling it on the floor. Like I think that'll put the Falcons into the bonus, so free throws for the last 2:42.
Falcons have been the team to shoot less at the line, but they have made opportunities out of it, shooting 71% at this point. That missed one there will obviously factor into that, but still very efficient from the free throw line in this game, despite their limited amount of opportunities. So that's 0 for 2 at the line on that one, really making me eat my words.
2:40 to go. Lazenby. Team high 18. Inside. Can't control it. Anderson comes away with it. Quickly, right into the paint, aggressive play, gets taken down. Anderson has the ball, puts it up. Break being helped up. Looks like she's okay. Chloe Meldrum into the game for the Falcons.
Just a second over 2:15 to go.
Anderson at the line again. Free throws 9 and 10 on the day. 4 blocks in the game for Anderson. That'll give her 17 blocks in her last 4 games. 67-45. I think that'll do it for Anderson. She heads to the bench. Close out her day with a solid 17 boards, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, a couple steals.
Shooting 66% as well today, just why she's been so efficient all season, of course. Shooting 53%, one of these top 3 again in the entire OCAA.
Numbers will improve after today. Looks like we got Freddie the Falcon on the court there. He's strutting his stuff. Get everyone hyped up. Let's go, Freddie. Look at that swagger. No good on the first. Lazenby gets that one. Zachary over to Meldrum. Inside off the hands of Senton. Lazenby brings it the other way. Kicks it out. Megan Mose. Lazenby from deep. Off the front of the rim. Crashing into the bench there. Looks like everyone's okay. Falcons will take the ball. 141. Zachary. Meldrum. Senton. Up top. Shattuck. To Zachary. Meldrum. Puts it up, and that one is good. Jamie Stahlbaum. It's like passing practice out there for the Falcons right now. The rule of everyone has to touch the ball at least once before you get a shot off.
Looks like, yeah, it almost seems like they've got like an exercise in mind when they're going out there on the court. But one of the best things I think just about this team overall, it always seems like they're having a great time. Every time you look at that Fanshawe bench, they're up supporting the rest of their teammates, and it's one of the best things that you can see in all of sports. You always hear them getting loud no matter what. It's just amazing to see out of the team the unity that makes them such a powerful unit.
Team chemistry, always one of those really important. I mean, it's one of those things it's hard to quantify. You can't really put a stat or a number on it, but you can usually just tell the field, like you said. Always look like they have fun when they come to the gym. Shot clock down to 2. Stahlbaum again. That one too long. Meldrum smothering. They're calling Meldrum on the foul there. 69-46. Falcons look like they're going to move to 9-3 on the season.
As they prepare for that matchup against the Lambton Lions up next before that strong start to February. Of course, have that date circled on your calendars. The Falcons will be back at home. Their next game, not till, I believe it's Wednesday, February 11th, when the Mohawk Mountaineers come to town.
I have it in my mind that February 11th sounds like it's like 2 months away, but that's what, like 2-3 weeks? Like,
I know.
It's right there.
It's just, January's already almost over.
Feels like the new year just started. Falcons will still sit in 3rd place. They'll be tied with Humber with 9 wins apiece. With Fanshawe playing that extra game, they got 1 more loss, so half a game back of Humber for 2nd.
And they'll bring them even closer in the standings to St. Clair, even further from St. Clair with the win as they wrap it up 69-46. Falcons win it to improve to 9-3 on the season.
I mean, we hammered it home all day long. The unusual performance. It was rain and threes all day long. More than half of the Falcons' shots today were 3-point attempts. They went 10 for 36 from deep.
And of course, the 5 3-pointers just out of Layla McKenzie alone. She was hot from the line, started out the second half shooting, and just never slowed down from anywhere on the court, it seemed. An amazing effort from her, as well as Ashlyn Anderson leading the way in terms of points for the Falcons. She had that double-double as they take their 2nd straight home win in less than 3 days.
A good start to the new year for the Falcons. We got another basketball game coming up in about 20 minutes, I think. The men's Falcons and the men's Redeemer team will go head-to-head. We will be back. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dan McCracken.
And I'm Logan Libiak. We'll hopefully see you for the next matchup.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This This is my city, yeah, this is my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm a champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy, we shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents, this mine, the moment is run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some, the skill is bar one, y'all done, the game in the coffin. Referee screen recipe, so think twice if you next to me, it's West. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this is my city, yeah, this is my team. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm a champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies, I'm good with addition. I spit like a pastor, I give you the vision. Up early morning, enough of the sleep in my life is a dream, but you wishing you live it.